Welcome back to the Fargo Dome. This is what we have been waiting for. It's time to tip off the championship game. Milner and Dickinson Trinity to decide the State B title.
Well, this week, and especially this weekend, this tournament's been so unpredictable. It does us no good to try and tell you who we think's going to win, because we don't know. That's the good part about it. We get to show you who's going to win a first high school championship in that team's and school's history.
Yeah, that's right. Both teams have been to the title game before. Neither team has come up with that elusive title. Of course, we're talking about Milner, the Bison, at 25-2, Dickinson Trinity, the Titans, at 24-2. And Milner, they come out of Region 1. Again, 25-2 is their record. Last state title appearance, 1966. That was a loss to Kenmare.
Well, you talked about the Region 7 champions not having a championship yet. Well, Trinity's been here. This is the third title game in the last 5 years, finishing second in '99 to Leeds and second last year to Mayport CG. So Trinity trying to get that, what has now become in recent years elusive state title.
Well, we got contrasting styles a little bit here. Very athletic Dickinson Trinity team and a Milner team coming in with a lot of size. That just kind of scratches the surface of this matchup. For more on tonight's matchup, let's go to Pete Byrne, John Cole. They have our keys to the game, sponsored by Nodak Mutual Insurance. Gentlemen.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. And John, Lee's hinted at this all night, the way the electricity builds on championship night, and we're really starting to feel it down here. Now the fans are crazy in here, especially the Milner fans right behind us. And we're going to start with the keys tonight for Milner. And the first thing they need to do is contain Chad Glasser, a Mr. Basketball finalist, and they need to keep him outside. He is going to get his points, but the farther away from the basket they keep him, the harder it is for him to get good looks. And the other thing, they need to take advantage of their size. They are unbeaten on the boards this year. When you look at their starting lineup, it's no surprise. 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'7", some tall boys that get a lot of rebounds, a lot of offensive rebounds, and short points. They need to do that tonight.
All right, Dickinson Trinity back in the title game for the second year in a row. Balance needs to happen. Well, we touched on it. Chad Glasser obviously had a phenomenal outing yesterday, but boy, there has to be someone else other than him if they will hold up that championship trophy. High post, short corner. Well, what that means is against the zone, they want to get the ball to the high post. So two huge keys. Guys, let's get this championship game underway.
All right, a couple of players we will focus on. First for Milner, Jordan Olson, 25 points, 14 rebounds, 5 blocks, a big game yesterday.
Well, Chad Glasser has 51 of the 101 points Trinity has scored in this tournament.
Well, let's take a closer look at the starting lineups. Of course, tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Dodge and your local Dodge dealer. First up for the Bison, there is Olson, 6'5", a big game yesterday. Love to see another big game from him again tonight. Also in the starting lineup tonight, Terry Model. He is the point guard, a 6-foot junior, wears number 14. Up front for the Bison, Ransom Shute, suffering a little bit of a knee injury, but played a big game, especially on the boards yesterday. The 6'3" junior, 6'4" senior Chris Odegaard. A good game yesterday as well, 10 points for him, averages 7, and rounding out the starting 5, Emmerich Erickson. He is a 6'7" senior center, a double-double in the quarterfinals, 10 points, 7 boards yesterday. That's the starting lineup for Terry Tim in his first year as head coach of the Bison.
Well, the Trinity Titans will go with Chad Glasser at the point guard. He controls the game, whether he's scoring or not, and he's been scoring this week. The other starting guard is Lee Kitarowski, kind of a defensive specialist. He is a senior. Landon Smith had 5 points yesterday, somewhat quiet for him. Jaden Peters, awesome defensive week so far for him. And Brandon Messer, the senior at 6'4" for Greg Grinsteiner. Greg is in his 10th year as the head coach of the Dickinson Trinity Titans, also his high school alma mater.
Well, again, we're just about ready to go for this title game. One team will win their first ever State B title. Will it be Milner? Will it be Dickinson Trinity? Well, we'll find out in just a couple minutes. First, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Starting laps on the floor.
Dickinson Trinity, Scott Hildry. Team host for the Milner Bison, Steve Clute. Starting at guard for the Titans, a 5'11 senior, number 12, Chad Glauser. For the Bison, a 6'5 senior, number 12, Jordan Olson. For the Titans, a 5'11 senior, number 24, Lee Kudrowski. For Milner, a 6' junior, number 14, Terry Model. For Trinity, a 6'2 sophomore, number 42, Landon Smith. For the Bison, a 6'3 junior, number 34, Ransom Shute. At forward for the Titans, a 6'3 senior, number 20, Jaden Peters. For the Bison, a 6'4 senior, number 50, Chris Odegaard. At center for the Titans, a 6'4 senior, number 34, Brandon Messer. And for Milner, a 6'7 senior, number 40, Emmerich Erickson. Head coach for the Titans, Rick Rinsteiner. And for Milner, Terry Tim.
Welcome back to the Fargo Dome. Milner, Dickinson Trinity, Emmerich Erickson, Brandon Messer, the jump. And it goes to the Bison. This is Terry Model, number 14. Chris Odegaard up top to Ransom Shute. You see him wearing the knee brace. That pass blocked away, and here comes Chad Glauser.
Well, Shute was trying to hit Olson on a backdoor cut, but Olson didn't follow through with it, and then the defense collapsed around him. It's a contrast of defenses. This zone has been a good one. As we talked about in the keys to the game, one of the places Trinity thinks they can attack it is in a high post area, but if you get it in there, you better be quick with the decision because those long arms and those bodies can get to you fast in the middle.
There's the high post. That's Messer. Messer kicks it back out. Smith will try the jumper, and it's Shute with the rebound.
But that was a high post, short corner look. There's the matchup, Peters against Olson. I think that'll be the tough one.
Olson working off a couple picks, kicks it back out to Shute. He's got a screen, 15-footer from the elbow, and Milner gets on the board first.
Well, because of that knee that Shute first injured in practice on Sunday, his shot has been a little bit short today. This week, I should say. So for him to hit his first shot, I think is probably a very good sign for Shute.
There's that short corner. Peters back to the high post. Ball tipped away, but back to Glauser. You might be able to hear the Titan coaches
trying to get Smith down to the short corner. That's where he had the shot the last time.
There's the high post. Now back out to Glauser. He'll try the three and bury it.
That's why it's so important to get it to the high post, because the weak side is there. The zone can't get there before the ball can if you can get a clean pass.
Glauser with his first bucket. A good start for him. Olson now. The high post. He'll take the jumper. Doesn't go, but a foul, I think, away from the ball.
They were battling down there for the rebound. There were four players all around it. That's Lee Kieterowski. It was against Landon Smith, number 42, but rebounding. Both coaches stressed rebounding. It was one of our keys to the game. I mean, Milner has not been out-rebounded all year long, and in this tournament, 104 to 58.
There's Emmerich Erickson in the paint. He gets on the board.
I mean, almost a 2-to-1 rebounding advantage in this tournament for Milner.
Well, they have the size. We've talked about that up front. 6'4", 6'3", 6'4", 6'7". Glaser, another three. That one just a little bit long. But the rebound kicked back out to Glaser. Nice pass inside. Messer can't get the shot to go. Erickson with the board.
You might remember if you were watching yesterday, one of the things that Linton wanted to do against Trinity is really be strong with the ball. Well, Milner's going to have to do the same thing because the Titans are very good at digging it out of there.
Shoot inside, off the glass, but he traveled before the shot.
Well, that's a good look because that's the mismatch. Shoot is 6'3", and the guy guarding him is 5'11", Chad Glaser. Shoot went down, posted him up, but had a couple of steps before the shot. If they can isolate that, that would be a good look for the Bison.
Smith kicks it back out. Glaser. Huge game yesterday. We talked about that. 32 points. Now the shot off the mark. Odegaard pulls down the board for Milner. This is Model working on Kiedrowski. Shoot inside. Tried the quick pass to Odegaard, but that one taken away by Messer. Now it's Glaser with it. And there's the short corner entry pass. Foul before the shot.
Very good ball movement.
Emmerich Erickson.
Erickson guarding with Messer. That quick little bounce pass into Messer, and Erickson could not get back into defensive position in time. Trinity, a good passing team.
Number 12, Olsen's got the big wingspan on top of that 2-3 zone. Well, this is Glaser with it. Inside, Messer, spin move, gets the shot to go.
Well, that's probably where Brandon Messer's improved his game the most, Scott, is he's left-handed, and everybody knows he's left-handed once you scout him, but he's been able to make more moves to his right.
Olsen in trouble. Gets it off to Model. Now Erickson in the paint. Gets the roll. 4 for Erickson.
Well, that was a very strong move there for Emmerich. He had 8 points in the first quarter yesterday and was one of the key reasons that Milner got off to that big lead.
Milner with a 1-point lead right now, 6-5. And a tip by Olsen. Jordan Olsen on the break and gets the roll to go.
Well, you mentioned 6'5" Olsen. You cannot be sloppy with passes back to the point because he can get in those passing lanes easy. He's got those long arms, that big wingspan. You must be crisp. That's the one thing that Milner has been able to do, is get in passing lanes with this zone this week.
This is Glaser with it again. On top, working on that zone. Smith. And Glaser still with it. Resetting the offense. Looking for that high post, not quite there.
Trinity has not been able to be quite as efficient, I know, as the coaching staff would want against this zone.
Kiedrowski will kick it back up top to Glaser.
Well, I think Trinity wants to get it overloaded on the short corner and a triangle on the one side and try to get Glaser a look on the opposite side.
Now Messer with it, and ball out of bounds. It'll go to Milner, and Milner will have the inbound play when we come back.
That's not the pace of the game we want to play, do we? Yeah. I mean, come on, let's attack it. We get a rebound now, let's go. You get the ball at the short corner, you got...
Man, we got a 5-second call on the inbound play. Milner could not get it in.
Well, we didn't have the opportunity to hear all the way through, but Greg Grinsteiner, the last thing he said was, hey guys, let's get a defensive stop. They just did. So did Milner.
And Milner with the turnover. That was Erickson with the steal. Shoot. Turnaround jumper. Hard off the back iron. Glaser with the rebound.
That turnaround jumper's been part of Ransom's game that he's not been able to do with that knee, so it might be feeling a little better if he's attempting it.
Good ball movement there, and the bucket inside, it's Peters.
Well, that's what Coach Grinsteiner would say attacking the zone is. High post, do some aggressive moves to the basket. We got guys that can make passes.
Shoot, working on Glaser, bringing the ball up. Erickson gets it off to Model. Shoot will try the long three. That one off the mark. Peters with the rebound.
Super job by Peters on the weak side to keep Olsen off the boards.
Smith kicks it back out. This is Smith inside. Amongst the trees, gets it up and in.
Well, Landon Smith is the guy that Dickinson wants in the high post, but what the high post guy usually does when the ball goes to the corner is slide down to the block. That's what Smith did. He read it and scored.
Odegaard with the baseline jumper, off, but shoot there for the follow. 10-9, Milner with a 1-point lead, 30 seconds to go, quarter number one. Glaser tries the three, and Olsen pulls away the rebound. Odegaard, this is Olsen. Fadeaway jumper is off. Messer with the board with 8 seconds to go. And the Titans can't get a shot off before the buzzer, but a good first quarter for both teams, and Milner has a 1-point edge.
Welcome back to the Boys Beat Championship. Milner fans enjoying a 1-point lead. What's your name?
Cool.
Now turn around for me. What's your name? All right. I'm sorry. And we've got an update on Doyle. A man of your word, you got the Blue Legs tonight.
Yes, sir, I sure do. As promised, we're here, bluer than ever.
All right, I hate to think of what's getting painted if they win tonight, guys.
I don't know if those legs are blue because it's cold outside, or they actually got the paint going. That's dedication right there. Milner with a 1-point lead as we start quarter number two. Messer inside, can't get it to go. This is Erickson with the board. Model free off the pick, hard off the iron.
Most teams in this tournament have said they wanted to try to push the pace and run against Milner. Most teams have been unable to do that because Milner's gotten back very well.
Steve Marshbecker, number 40, into the game. The one that got called for the travel.
You know, we've mentioned that Milner last played in the state championship game in 1966. Well, Pete Nelson came to the pep rally, and Pete played for the Milner Bison 38 years ago, and he was one of the speakers that helped send him to this tournament.
Olsen will try the three. That one just gets a little bit of the iron. Loose ball, and it comes away with it as John Warner, number 14, into the game as well.
Oh, Warner just appeared to have wanted it more than anyone. He just got in there and ripped it.
Glaser looking for something, finally dishes it off, and the shot won't go.
Well, the last two looks from Dickinson Trinity about as good as you could hope for. Glaser that time kind of dribbled around the wheel and hit an open player.
Shoot kicks it back up top. Erickson. Now Shoot facing up with Glaser, gets the shot off. Tough off the glass. Erickson
over the
back. That is 2 on Erickson.
2 is fine for Emmerich. 3 would not be good because Milner, they're going to make the substitution anyway. Justin Jenkins comes in, but Milner has really had a short bench. I mean, Jenkins has played some minutes in each of the games, some considerable minutes, but other than him, that's been about it for the Bison.
Justin Jenkins, number 10, the sophomore, into the game, and he will play more of a chaser as Milner switches up its defense.
Oh, this is a box and one right now.
Marshbecker gets an open look and count it.
There is not a defense that has been devised or people have or that hasn't been tried against Trinity. Shields instant replay. Glazer's not in the play, so the other guys, they know what to do. Get it down low to Marshbecker. But yeah, teams have tried everything against Glazer this year.
Jordan Olson called for the foul, his first personal. Third team foul on Milner. And Trinity has a 2-point lead. Pass inside, a foul called on Marshbecker.
Marshbecker got caught a little bit between trying to play a front or a three-quarter front and going for the pass, just a little bit behind the play.
Olson having trouble.
5.
And does.
No, hold it. There's a foul. It'll be on Warner.
Warner, okay. Third personal, or third team foul rather, first personal for Warner, who now takes a seat.
I first thought that it was going to be a 5-second count too, and I looked over and Dave Wenger had a fist in the air. Well, the fist is the universal basketball sign for I've got a foul.
This time the Bison do get it in. Olson double teamed, gets a shot off the glass. Shoot, head the rebound, but it squirts away to Smith.
Here's that chaser.
Now Smith will try the three, almost in, and comes back out. Loose ball on the rebound. Couple players on the floor. Jenkins has it now. Peterowski had it, and finally out of bounds, and it'll go to Milner. That was Messer, actually, who had it, who comes up a little gingerly.
Now, in the days on the Shields Instant Replay, now the days before all these computer games, we had things called, you know, I was going to say ping pong, but that's not it. I forgot what I'm talking about. What am I talking about, Scott, here? With the little, forget it.
I wish I could help you. Pong?
No? Boy, talk about a brain fart right there,
so.
huh?
Here's Keterowski with the shot off the glass for 2. He's in the scorebook.
I'll call you with it tomorrow.
Yeah, at 4 a.m., right?
Yeah.
Titans with a 4-point lead. Shoot on top, going inside to Olson. The turnaround jumper does not go. Glazer with another board.
Well, Smith is probably the third person to guard Olson, and Trinity can just bring strong guys at you. Smith holds his ground.
Glazer pulls up, knocks down the jumper. 5 points for Glazer.
Well, when someone's chasing you, how do you free that guy up? Well, you set picks for him. Glazer is super at coming off picks and pulling up. Pinball. Okay, there. How's that?
Very good, and a steal by Glazer. Glazer to the hole, 2 more. And Milner will call a timeout. Dickinson, its biggest lead, 18-10. Time again for the Farmers Union Insurance Fan Cam. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent for all your insurance needs.
And a hold. Keterowski, I think, is going to be called. He was trying to prevent the pass. Well, they said 22. There's Picorni in. There is no 22. Now, Mason's not in the game.
Well,
Peters, okay.
Give it to 20. That's Peters first. Dickinson Trinity on a 9-0 run to start this second quarter, taking an 8-point lead. Jenkins finally gets it away, now gets it back. He'll try the 3 in the corner. That one long. And the rebound corralled momentarily for Smith, but he stepped on the line.
But again, good hustle. And the reason that Trinity, I think the main reason that they've been able to build this lead, they're doing a good job defensively and clearing and rebounding. Pushing the pace a little bit, setting screens on the offensive end.
Model in the paint, gives it to Odegaard.
I mean, that was perfect there by Glazer. Cut him off with his body, got in front, did not put a hand on him.
Olson, baseline. That one short. Rebound tipped around, and it finally comes to Kiedrowski.
Well, Jeff Jackson was in there, helped pulling it down. Right now, it looks like Trinity actually wants to own the ball more than Milner.
That pass gets away, and Milner will retain possession. Also keep in mind that Trinity is doing this with Emmerich Eriksson sitting on the bench. 6'7" senior with 2 personal fouls.
And of the inside scores, Eriksson's the one that has the more range, and he's been able to pop out and hit that 10-12 footer in this tournament.
Model. Long baseline, gives it up for Odegaard, but taken away by Smith.
But that's what I mean by Trinity right now owning the loose balls. I mean, Odegaard had a hand on it for a moment there, but Landon Smith just came in and said, nope, it's mine.
And there's Landon Smith with the jumper. That one bounces off. Olsen with the rebound. Olsen with the backdoor cut, gets the short shot to go.
Well, Jaden Peters was so worried, and what his job is to go where Olsen goes, that he didn't even see the pass coming.
The lead now 6 for Dickinson Trinity. Glaser alone for the jumper, and he'll knock that down.
Well, Glaser floated over there. Both Jenkins and Schutt saw that the pass was going to come to Glaser. They both made an attempt to get to it, but couldn't get there.
And Schutt is fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
Kiedrowski was the guy who tried to double the ball. He came from the wing down to help out. Got too much of Mr. Schutt.
First personal for Kiedrowski. First free throw attempted tonight for Milner. Andy Murphy and Warner both back into the game for the Titans.
And Trinity will rotate a lot in. It's been a key to this team this year. The Trinity Titans has been that bench. I mean, they've been 9 deep religiously here in the tournament, and also leading up to the tournament, the scoring.
Odegaard gets the rebound and the putback. First bucket for Chris Odegaard.
I mean, Trinity in the last half dozen games leading into this tournament has gotten between 20 and 25 points out of its bench.
This is Murphy with it. Gives it off for Messer. Nice pass. 2 more for Messer.
Excellent job by Andy Murphy. Murphy on the drive. Yet when your guy is coming to the basket, you need to help. You need to stop him. And when that happens, the pass is open.
Olsen tries the 3, but he traveled before the shot.
Just tried to get his feet set. But he tried to do it after he caught the ball.
Inside a minute to go in the first half. Trinity up by 8. Messer inside. Off a Milner foot. It'll stay with Trinity.
Messer's looking at Warner and smiling, going, I saw you, buddy. I saw you there. You were open. I tried, but I couldn't get the bounce pass through.
Messer will trigger the inbound. And he gets it back. Little left-handed hook shot. Baby hook doesn't go. Schutt with the rebound, and he's fouled.
Murphy reaching in.
Jenkins with the clock down to 15 seconds. And a reach-in foul. That's Glaser, his first.
In terms of substitution patterns and the number of players that Trinity can run in, as you see Marshbecker come in, the only person they have not substituted for in the tournament is Chad Glaser. And Glaser is the one guy that they cannot afford to have be in foul trouble, even though that was only his first.
Jenkins gets the first free throw. We are in the bonus. 7th team foul for the Titans. Second one does not go. 10 seconds.
Trinity to have a lead at half is a nice thing for them.
I was just looking at that. Haven't had a lead. They will here. The shot does not go, but the Titans do have their first halftime lead of this tournament, 22-15.
Yesterday against Linton, Trinity down by 7 at the half. In the opening round against #1 rated New Rockford Cheyenne, down by 10 at the half. Hey, a treat at halftime too here.
Absolutely. And we'll get to hear from the coach that's leading at the half. That is Greg Grinsteiner. He's with John Cole. Go ahead, John.
A little different, Greg. You got the lead here at the beat.
Yeah, we did. I thought we came out and did a pretty nice job executing the first half. We got to keep going to the offensive glass, and I thought we did a nice job defensively, not getting them too many second chance points.
Yeah, there's no question about that. You can't give the big fellas inside second choice.
No, we can't. Jaden Peters has got to keep defending the Olsen kid like he has been. He's taking them out of their offense. We just got to keep stepping our defense up a notch.
Thank you. We'll let you go. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, John. You might be able to tell who's setting up for halftime. We'll be back after this. We're back at the Fargo Dome. Dickinson Trinity with a 7-point lead. Let's take a look at how we got to that 7-point lead with our halftime stats. They're brought to you by the North Dakota Certified Seed Industry.
Well, it's a 7-point lead for Trinity, hitting 10 of 22 field goal percentage. Milner down there under 40. Free throws a wash, but the rebounds is a big thing because Trinity is so close to Milner. We talked about how Milner has never been outboarded in this game. They still might not be in this one, but Trinity will take a -1 in that department and forcing twice as many turnovers.
And leading scorers, well, it should come as no surprise. Chad Glauser leading the way. Balance for Milner. Let's go to Pete Byrne, who has head coach Terry Tim. Pete?
Thanks, guys. Coach, down just 7 at half, but they kind of gave you a run for your money in the second quarter. What do you tell your guys at the break?
Well, I told the guys, you know, we didn't shoot the ball real well in the first half. And I told them just have a little patience, hang in there. Our shots will start falling. We'll get back into this thing. Their quickness is giving us a few problems, but they're a good team, you know. They got a lot of quickness on the floor.
Okay, and we just saw the stats. They're matching you pretty well on the rebounding.
Yeah, they are. They're doing a good job, you know, but we'll hang in there. We're not a team that folds. We'll come back, we'll play the second half and do the best we can.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot. Good news is you're down just 7. Good luck in the second half. We will be back with that second half right after this quick break. You're watching the Class B State Championship.
And we are ready to go. Quarter number 3, Milner will start with the ball, trailing by 7.